Hey guys, how's it going? So we're back with another video, and honestly, man, I didn't know what to do this week. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of being angry. So I don't know. Someone I love said, you know what you should do this week? You should talk about something that you love instead. Balance it out a little bit. So that's what I'm gonna do. I love Gibson. Are you surprised? Probably not. I want to say first of all that I don't hate Fender. I'm irritated with them. When you have high expectations of something that you love, which I do love Fender also, uh, they can disappoint you, you know? If you don't love something or have affection or affinity for something, it can't let you down unless you love it, right? It can't let you down unless you hold it in a high regard, or if it's up on a mountain or on a pantheon or on a Mount Rushmore somewhere for you. If you don't care about it at all and you just hate it, it can't really disappoint you, you know? It can't really make you all that mad, you know? It's like the New England Patriots, right? I'm a season ticket holder to the Indianapolis Colts, and I have been for the last 30 seasons. I don't like the New England Patriots because they beat our ass so many times back in the 2000s. But, when they lose or whatever, or if they win, or if they disappoint the fan, I don't care because I don't care about the Patriots. You know, I'm not a fan of the franchise. I'm not a fan of what they do. So if they disappoint their fans and lose the Super Bowl, I'm not disappointed. It doesn't make me mad. I don't care. I got no stake in it. You know. So in order for something to let you down, you gotta love it. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. It's not that I've got this angry video game nerd character that I've created and I'm just gonna yell about Fender all the time for no reason just because that's what sells. That's honestly not true. I just I don't know. I have an issue with the things that they do because I care about them. I mean, a lot of the guitars you see behind me are Fender. You can probably see, 5 or 6 of them in the frame right now. But today's video isn't about Fender. It's about Gibson. Why do I love Gibson though? Don't the headstocks break off, and aren't they terrible quality control? Aren't they terrible value? Aren't they hypocrites? Didn't they create the Firebird X? Didn't they have the auto tuners? Didn't they do this, that, and the other thing? I'm not saying that they're perfect either. Gibsons have made a lot of mistakes. They just haven't made as big of mistakes as recently as Fender has. That's why I haven't made a video about Gibson, and maybe there will be one coming soon. One of my friends asked me to do it because he has some beef with them that's legitimate, and he gave me some links and some sources, and I'm going to look into that, and I might make some content about them. I might. If I find that he's right and that there really is some problem with modern Gibson, then I'll talk about it. But, all of our experience is personal. It's about the things we've experienced, the things that we've seen in our journey. And for me, I haven't had the problems with Gibson that everybody claims to have. I just haven't. I mean, the thing about the headstocks breaking off, I mean, that's a meme at this point. It's literally a joke. Like, nobody, that's not something that's serious, guys. Repeating that doesn't make you look like you know what you're talking about, and it doesn't make you look like you've ever owned a Gibson by saying that. And if you have owned a Gibson and you are saying that from experience, don't be so clumsy. I can count on one hand the number of times that I've tipped over or knocked over a guitar and it landed on its headstock, because I don't lean my guitars in stupid ways. Unless it's I don't. Period. I just don't. I don't really lean them in a way that they're going to fall. If I lean it because I don't have a stand, like you can see that Firebird back there, that's laying on the upper horn of some other guitars, so it's not going anywhere. Nobody walks back there. Nobody. If I lean a guitar against something, I'm putting the headstock between two other things so that it's not going to move. So I don't know why everybody talks about how the Gibson headstock thing is like this universal thing that happens to every Gibson. I mean, I have owned so many Gibsons, approaching 20, and I've only had one that had a previously broken headstock with a repair. You can actually see it behind me. Um, it's the you can see the tiny block inlays, right? That's my special. It's the one behind it. That's a Studio Light for 1991. That one has a headstock repair. But all my other Les Pauls, all my other Gibsons don't have that problem. But why do I love them so much? Why are they a guitar that I like? Why are they a brand that I like? Here's the thing, and whether you want to admit this to yourself or not, when you're playing a guitar, this matters, what this says right here. Whether you want to admit it to yourself or not, it matters. And I'm going to prove it. So let's say that you buy one of those Leo James guitars, which by the way, don't do that. I don't recommend that you do that. And I'm not going to get into that in this video. That'll be a separate video. Why do people who buy those guitars immediately upgrade all of the parts and upgrade all of the aesthetics and upgrade all of the everything, usually? Why do they do that? One, what it comes with isn't all that great. And two, they want it to mean something. Picking up a stock Leo James guitar, it means nothing. It's sterile. It's Shenzhen China factory. It's not. It's nothing. You feel nothing. There's nothing about it that connects with you at all. Leo James, Harley Benton, Firefly. These names don't really do anything for us when we hold them. That's why if you buy a guitar like that, you'll always change something, right? Because it doesn't come with anything. And some people do that to any guitar of any brand. I'm guilty of that. But it's not because the guitar doesn't mean anything when I hold it, right? Now there are a few I won't touch, like my 79 Mustang that you can see back there, and my 79 Strat, which you can also see back there. I'm not going to touch those. I don't want to touch those. I like those for what they are, but the brand matters. For me, when I pick up a guitar, let's use an SG as an example. I got a 61 reissue Epiphone SG a couple years ago, and I made a video about it on this channel, and I loved that guitar. I really did. I loved the access up here. I loved the way that it felt, the neck shape, and the way the pickup sounded, and everything else. Like as a tool, it was a great tool. But every time I picked it up, I knew there was an asterisk, right? Every time I felt the poly, I felt the asterisk. Every time I saw the headstock logo, I saw the asterisk. And there's no amount of modding that I could do to that guitar. There's no trim I could add to it. There's no FRX I could add to it. There's no, I don't know, inlay, overlay decals I could add to it. Colored tuners, whatever. There's nothing I could add to it that would take the asterisk away. If I had stripped all the paint off and repainted it with nitrocellulose or something, maybe. But even then, that matters to me. Does that make me a bad person? Does that make me a snob? You might say so. But I think that it's just like anything else in this world. There's on-brand and there's off-brand. And there's a reason the on-brand costs more. Every time I get a Gibson, I don't have to do anything to it. I mean, this is my example for today. I have like 9 or 10 other Gibsons I could use, but I chose this one on purpose. This is my 2005 SG Standard. The only thing I've done to it is I changed the Grovers for Gibson Deluxe. I prefer these tuners for the aesthetics alone. I mean, the Grovers are fine. I just don't like them. I don't know. I like the original. And I added a brass tailpiece just because it was stupid. I found it at my friend's shop, and so I bought it and I put it on here. Everything else about it is pretty much as it came. But despite being a beater, I mean, look at this thing. It's got like somebody like pissed in the inlays here, or something worse, repeatedly to discolor it. I mean, it's fallen apart. There's like water damage, I think. You can kind of see right there, the top of this. Oh, well, where am I? Right here? See how that's kind of separating a little? It looks like it might have been submerged at some point. It's got pockmarks all over it, and then on the neck right here, you can see the exposed spot right here. So whoever owned this guitar before me plays like I do, because their thumb has done this right here. That's how I play. I play the root notes of my chords down here with my thumb. But despite all of that, when I plugged this guitar in, and I got this guitar cheap because of the condition it was in. I got it for like 800 bucks. This is what changed my mind about the whole thing. The whole game changed when I got this guitar. Because it made me realize that, first of all, if I could get this for $800, What in the hell am I doing spending a total of like, I don't know, $500 to $700 on a Squire or a, and you're gonna say, what the hell are you spending that much on? I'm including the cost of the guitar. And you should actually sit down and tally up how much you've spent on each thing that you put on your budget guitar and look at how much it cost and then compare that to what you could buy used for that same price. You should. Because when I got this for $800, I realized I don't need to be doing that anymore. And when I picked this guitar up, it plays great, feels great. I know that the paint is nitrocellulose. I know that it'll hold its value. And I know it's a Gibson. When I play it, I know there's no asterisk on this at all, other than the fact that it's modern. But that's a whole nother conversation. Other than the year, there's no asterisk. I would rather be playing this diarrhea Gibson than the nicest, most custom hot-rodded Squire that I could find. And I have one, 2 or 3 of them back there. One of them you can see over my, the camera's backwards, over my shoulder right there. One of them you can see over my shoulder. Actually, those 2 necks that you see sticking up behind me are heavily modified Squires. Those 2 right there over my shoulder. And then that one right there over my other shoulder is also another Squire. And it's totally everything that I would want in a guitar are on those guitars. But I would rather play this than that. People have commented in my previous videos that all I do is talk. So I'm going to play for a minute, okay? This is my twin reverb with a SD1 in the front of it, with the reverb turned up pretty loud. This is a Fender Twin, okay? Red knob twin. I just want you to listen to this. I mean, that's it. Very simple. It's like a $40 pedal and a clean amp with reverb. Just listen to this and tell me that you're not satisfied with this. I mean, there's nothing else I want. This is it right here. And I could plug any of my guitars into that, and it would sound similar. Likely. But it wouldn't be a Gibson SG. And I know this video may seem like I'm just rambling and talking out my ass, but I'm being serious. Now, I could say the same thing about some of my Fenders that I own. My 79 Mustang, my 79 Strat. My favorite guitar right now is probably my 06 Strat or a custom built Strat that I just finished. It's got a bunch of weird stuff on it though. It's got an 80s non-fine tuning Floyd Rose. It's got a behind the nut lock with fine tuners on. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go get it. It's right behind me. I'm gonna go get it. Hold on a second. I'm gonna go get it. I'm going to go get it. I don't cut my videos, so you're just going to watch me do this, okay? I got it right here. All right. Okay. The ground hum got a little louder, I think, because this is a single coil guitar. Listen to this thing. Look at this. I'm going to turn this down. Hold on. What's it at? 5? There. Look at this thing. Okay? I love this guitar. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. This thing is so unbelievably stupid. This guitar is the dumbest guitar that I have, okay? So what is it? This started as a Starcaster. Do you remember those? I made a video about it years ago when I sucked and didn't know what the hell I was talking about. This is like a department store, like you could buy this guitar at Target or Walmart. And it had a, where is the neck? Do I still have it in arm's reach? I don't. It's missing. Oh, here it is. Ugh. Ugh. Here it is. It's got a really cool like arrowhead headstock on it, right? And then one of the very first guitars that I heavily modded was that one. And it was kind of a hit. People really still, they comment on that video still to this day. They loved that video. But then it just kind of sat in the corner like forever, and then I just never messed with it again. And I got this itch to build a Floyd Rose Strat. So I did. This is a non-fine tuning 80s Floyd. It's got 3 1 meg pots. Whoops. It's got Seymour Duncan Invader and 2 ceramic single coils from a different Mexican Strat. This Invader came in a guitar that I bought, and it sat on my workbench for like 3 years. And then this is the main event right here. This is a Fender Elite nut, and it goes behind the nut, and it has fine tuners on it, and it failed terribly. But for me, it's a dream come true, because I can lock it down in the bridge. There's no fine tuners on this Floyd. And then I can fine tune it up here. It's backwards. I love that. This is a 1994 Mexican reverse neck that I found on Reverb, Black Label. We made a video about one of those too. And then I got some 70s F tuners because they're my favorite tuners in the history of tuners, is the 70s F tuners. I will fight you on that. That's my favorite. Oh, one other thing. Besides this really cheesy and chinky neck plate, I created this right here. I went to the hardware store and I bought this. This is a right angle piece of metal for like a gate for outside your house. And then I bought a screw that would fit. I took it over to the screws department of the hardware store, found a screw that would fit in there. Then I found bolts that were the same size as the screw. And so I bolted this into the guitar, and then I screwed this screw in and put a bolt on either side of it so that I can use the trim and it always stops at the same spot. Okay? But I love this guitar too. You want to hear it? Let me turn this back up. I think it was right there. You ready? Have you heard an Invader clean before? There you go. So, that was things that I love. I'm going to try not to be so negative, and I'm going to try to do more things like this. This probably could have been a live stream, to be honest with you, and I'm working on a format for the show where it is a show. It is a podcast show, and I have my friends and other musicians and other people on the show to talk about stuff, because this anger thing, it's true, it's real, and I really do get that passionate, and I really do feel that way about stuff. But like that Jaguar head thing that I did a couple weeks ago was like, it was obviously satire, guys. I can't do this anymore. It's getting to the point where like I don't want to make videos anymore, and I've been doing this for like 4 years, and I wanted to make this one today. Advice from people that I love. They said make something about something that you love, and I love those people. And I love these guitars. So, yeah, I hope you guys have a great week, and I hope you guys have a great Lent. And, yeah, until next time, keep on rocking. God bless.